Hey there, crafty friends. I've missed you so much. Welcome back to Anny Cricket's DIY channel. I feel like it's been forever, but I had to step away a little bit from my long form content because I have some personal things going on. You know, I am so open with every single one of you, and I think I'm going to save it for the end of this video, kind of like a little recap of what's going on in my personal life, some plans and things I plan on doing. I would love to hear your feedback. Whoever wants to stay all the way to the end, we'll definitely get to know each other a little bit more because, because there's a lot of things going on. Welcome back to our series. This is episode 5. I am so excited about this episode. You guys have no idea. You did your homework, which I'm so proud of you. We went ahead and created that Etsy shop. We already uploaded, obviously, one of our listings. Maybe you've uploaded a couple more. But what do we do from here? How do we actually make sales? How do we go from page 356 on Etsy to page 1 or page 2? How do we find our customers? As easy as that sounds. Today's YouTube video is all about how to find our customers and how to reel them in. So we're going to talk about it more in detail. Don't worry. And then after all of that, we're going to talk about your first sale or maybe a sale that came in. What do you do? Okay, yay. This is like the best moment ever. You just got a sale. But what do you do after here? How do we do the whole process after that? Getting the sale is where you celebrate. And I want you to celebrate every single one of your sales, remember. But what do you do after? How is the paperwork like? How is the shipping like? I'm going to teach you everything. This is going to be a really good video, very powerful. So keep on watching. Let's get into it. It is time to take control of your online small business through Etsy. I want you to be able to have me playing on your phone, on your TV, on your iPad, whatever, and just kind of like do what you have to do and listen to me a couple of times and let everything really settle into your brain. By the way, that's what's always worked for me. There's times I watch a video and I can't really learn everything in one shot. Let's be real. Our brains need that extra help sometimes. So what I do with my favorite creators that I follow, I kind of like just put their video there and then I kind of like replay it or maybe skip back and replay what she had just said for I could really get it sunk into my brain. When it comes to the tutorial parts of this video, which is going to happen later on, I really want you guys to pay a lot of attention to the screen and maybe have your laptop or computer there and follow me along. It's more like hands-on. Alrighty, so how the heck do we find our customers? How do we get to that page 1 on Etsy? I know Etsy has an option on their website that you could like pay $1 or you could pay for ads pretty much. Let me tell you, many years ago when I started my Etsy page, I thought that's what everybody did. I truly thought that that was like the hack. Actually, I think somebody on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken, or TikTok, one or the other, told me that that was the hack, that that's how you do it. Until I started noticing, how can we all be paying so much for ads? And I would do it. I would throw some money in there and I still wasn't receiving all those crazy sales. I would get maybe 1 sale per week or 1 sale every 2 weeks. And it was always like a 1 item thing. So I always thought to myself, there has to be another way. This is impossible. There has to be another way that you could go to the front of the page or maybe the first like 2 or 3 pages of the Etsy search when your customer is searching your type of product. Right? So the first thing that I want you to do, every small business owner usually always starts off with selling things to family and friends, right? Sometimes we post it on our personal Instagram or our personal Facebooks. You guys know I am a huge fan of you posting your products on your social media pages. I'm not saying that you have to full on commit and make a whole bunch of different pages to be your brand, but at least even in your personal pages, you could start posting it because that kind of spreads the word. Trust me, I don't have a million friends out there, but those small group of friends that I had, they liked my product, or maybe they would help me by reposting it to their story. Then their coworker would see it, and then maybe their coworker will send it to their sister. It starts spreading like a wildfire. Trust me when I tell you, social media will always be the key, and it will always be the best tool for you when it comes to growing that small business. But either way, even if you go to like the markets or you just start off by just texting like some family or friends or some cousins of yours and saying, hey, I'm selling these, for example, really cute cups. Just letting you know, if you guys ever need any type of like, gift or anything, let me know. I could customize them for you. I'm starting my own small business, yada, yada, yada. What I want you to do, okay? I know when everybody starts off, I would never forget me, right? Everybody always wanted to order something from me, like a quick cup or this or that. And they would always tell me, can I just send you the money and then you ship it? Or can I just send you the money and then I could go pick it up from your house? At first, I was, sweet Annie, and I was like, yeah, of course, that's fine. Okay. And then I thought in my head, okay, well, I'm making a little bit extra bucks here. Like, it's not bad. I'm not having to pay for any fees or anything. But then I started noticing that was happening more like frequently. And then I started noticing I still have an Etsy page that has 0 reviews, like 2 sales. How am I going to ever grow it if there isn't any type of transactions being made in there? So I'm going to hold your hand when I tell you this. You need to start getting more firm, even when it comes to family and friends. Actually, my mother, was the first person that ever bought something from my Etsy page. And she went into my Etsy page, she bought something, she paid the shipping, she paid all the 9 yards, and I shipped it to her house, which is the same house that I'm living in. So funny, I know. But we did the whole transaction because number 1, it left a track record onto my Etsy account. Number 2, she was able to leave a review. And number 3, Etsy likes to see movement. Etsy is never going to trust your shop and put you on the first page if they don't see movement coming in. Remember, Etsy itself is a huge business. Put yourself in Etsy's shoes. They don't want upset customers. They don't want people getting really crazy upset and then maybe wanting returns, and then your shop just ignores everything and then they have to pull money from their funds. They don't want all of that hassle. They want successful Etsy shops. So how do we get there? I've always told you guys, especially in my last video, that great photos is a huge thing for Etsy. It is proven, there is research on it, that the Etsy SEO system, like the computer AI system of it, they love to push forward automatically, even the newer shops that have great photos. Okay, if you don't know how to take photos, remember I have a whole video on that on my last episode series, and I think I'm gonna do a little mini video on that, like taking you guys in different locations, like outside, in the kitchen, upstairs, in a dark room, and daylight, and show you how you could take pictures. It doesn't all have to be the same. Quick little tip, remember your natural daylight will always be your best friend. You don't have to buy the fancy equipment, the fancy cameras. You don't need any of that. You just need a window that has natural daylight. I promise you that will always be the best quality photos. So the photo quality is always going to be A1. Number 2, your listings with all the SEOs. Again, we talked about this in the last episode. Make sure you watch if you haven't watched it yet. That is going to be everything. Your title name, your description, all those SEO tags that I taught you how to put in step by step. Remember, you need to think as if you are the customer. Just because you're selling a cute little watermelon cup, I don't want you naming your listing as glass watermelon cup. No, nobody's going to ever find that. I want you to do summer gift for summer, this and that, watermelon lovers. I want you to use it all up, your tags, everything, okay? Another method that works extremely well that I still use it in my Etsy shop till this day is running mini sales, okay? Listen to me good. Run mini sales. I have a whole YouTube video just on this specific subject. It's not part of our series, but this is one of my more older YouTube videos when I first started like posting here this year. I really want you to watch it. I'm going to link it down below because that video is chef's kiss. Just to give you a little brief overview, the best example that I could give you, you know how you go into like Target, right? And it's Memorial Day weekend and they're having Memorial Day weekend sales. So you go to Target with your husband or whatever, and you're like, oh my God, the barbecue is on sale. I really wanted this barbecue. And then your husband tells you, yeah, but we could get it any other time. We don't really need this barbecue right now. And then you tell your husband, but it's Memorial Day weekend. The sale's gonna end literally tomorrow. We gotta take advantage of this damn sale. That's a marketing tactic. You're going to end up buying the damn barbecue. And I fall for it every single time. Trust me. I know. Remember, customers love a little discount. Even if that's that you're putting your price a little bit higher because you still want to give the whole illusion of a discount. This is all marketing strategies. All the companies use it. Customers love a good bargain. Even if they're not really saving too much money, they still would rather buy something that says 10% off, 20% off, 30% off, rather than buying it at full price. Every time I leave my house and I go to a store, I pretty much fall victim to that. I have to tell you guys, I want you to really also take advantage of those mini sales during the holidays. And I'm not only talking about the major holidays like Christmas, Hanukkah, I don't know, Halloween. No, I'm talking about every single Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend. I'll give you a little screenshot here of what my digital calendar looks like. It's for all of my small business people. I really like putting it as my screensaver on my computer. I like to print it out and scribble on it or throw it away and make a brand new one. You could kind of like edit it yourself too. So I will link it for you down below. It's I made it myself. It took a lot of time because I had to kind of get all of those events, like even throughout the whole school year, like the beginning of school, the teacher appreciation week. Usually Etsy customers go and search for gifts for, which means they're searching for your product. Not only do I have everything linked for you, I also have little hot days, like what I call them, are like the Fridays that you should run your little mini sale for 24 to 72 hours. And then every single month, I always give you like a 2 to 3 month heads up of what major sales type of holiday or event is coming up. I also want you guys to think as if you are the consumer, right? So there was some research that I was looking up a couple years ago. It was actually for a project in school. 80% of Americans get paid on Friday. That's why Friday is known as payday usually, right? It doesn't have to be all the same exact Fridays, but it's usually on a Friday is when they're going to get paid. That's why one thing about me, I love to run a mini sale starting Friday, ending Sunday. Kind of like putting that pressure onto the customer, like saying, hey, you got paid today. You got 48 hours to shop in my store that you really wanted to get before that sale ends. It's all in the mind. It's all psychological. It's crazy, I know, but that's why I am obsessed with the world of marketing and advertising, because that's literally what it is. In my opinion, marketing is more psychological than what it is tactic. So again, always make sure that you have that same mentality as if you are the consumer, okay? Very important. I heard some rumors that people say that you should post a listing every single day to get traction. I highly do not recommend that. If anything, I love to do like once a week listing. So let's say that you made like a brand new cup or a brand new, I don't know, product and you want to post it up. I would do that every single week. And actually my sweet day for posting it is Thursday. Thank me later. Post your new listings on Thursday. But I'll just tell you because I love every single one of you. So remember, when somebody goes into your shop, or maybe they heart your shop or they viewed your shop, Etsy has a really good mechanism when it comes to like email marketing. So let's say on Thursday, you post that brand new product and they have liked or followed your storefront before. Guess what? Etsy for free is going to send them an email saying, Anny Crickets just uploaded a brand new posting. You should definitely check it out here. And then they even include a little picture of your listing photo, right? Guess what? By the time that they see that, either that same night or the next day, which is Friday, which is payday, add to cart. It's worked for me for so many years. I want you guys to try it too. If you physically don't have that many products or that much time, do it every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. Start at your own pace. There's not a perfect equation here. Now, I want to open up the floor. Pause this video right now. Go ahead, comment below, and let me know any question you have about finding more customers. Because I am going to do this episode like a spin-off. So I want to do a Q&A after all of the questions that I'm going to receive in these comments here. Now, let's get to my favorite part. We just got a transaction. I'm going to walk you through every single thing. I'm going to screen mirror my whole computer so I could teach you around what it looks like when you receive that first transaction, or maybe you've received orders and you don't know how to like kind of plan things out there. Let's get right into it. Let's go. Alrighty guys, so welcome to my beautiful computer screen. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I love to get my digital calendar and kind of post it as my background. I like it because I'm always kind of looking at what's coming up, for I could be kind of on top of even me for content creating is very important. Alrighty, so this is an order that was past due from 15 days, but I had communication with her because I told her I was completely out of those cups. She was so sweet and so amazing, and she was like, no, I don't care. Just leave it there. Whenever you're ready, just send it out. But okay, so this is what it's going to look like when you receive an order. So you're here in your shop manager and you're here under orders, right? You see that? And then this is my order that I have. So this is obviously, it's going to tell you in how many days that you should be shipping this. It tells you by when. Wait, this is my other Etsy shop that is my really popular one when it comes to graduation gifts. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this one. And then notice over here, there is get shipping labels. There's complete order. The reason why there's complete order is because maybe she was somebody locally and you don't have to necessarily ship it out. You could just hit that and Etsy knows that you already gave the product to the customer. Now this right here is message. So if I wanted to message her right now, I could easily just click here. What I had to do 2 weeks ago, that I had to let her know, hey, I do not have any more cups right now. They're not going to get back until like the ending of May. Do you want me to refund you? I completely understand. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Again, she was so sweet. She's like, no, I'll wait. Okay. But this is how you would message your customer. Always have like that great customer service. Trust me, it's going to help you in the long run. And then these 3 little dots is just extra things. So it's saying, do you want to just print this like how it is? Do you want to update the ship date, mark it as a gift, or you could cancel your orders here or give them a refund here. So everything is like a one-stop shop here. So I'm going to go ahead and click get shipping labels. I'm going to click here because I have to ship this one out. And then I am going to blur out a section here because this is her address. I don't want any personal info of her going away. But if you notice here, it says ship date. Today is Sunday, but it's saying, oh, on Monday. Etsy's system is pretty smart. They know that the post office is not open right now. So they automatically do it to a certain day. But let's say that you're not going to be able to go Monday and you need to go maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. You could go ahead and click Tuesday. Just know that whatever day that you click on is the day that your customer will receive that email from Etsy saying that the order has been shipped. Even though you're printing out the shipping label right now, they're still going to get an email every single step of the way, but they'll receive that, hey, your order is on its way or it's been shipped the day that you select here. So I'm going to go ahead and click Tuesday because tomorrow is Memorial Day and the post office is off. So that's that. It says it's going to be late, obviously, but we knew this already. Now, label preset. Remember when I was teaching you guys how to do like the labels and the shipping presets? That's when that comes in. So I don't have to do that for this one. Especially if you're brand new, you're not sure, this is what I'm going to teach you. If you have a physical product, right, that you have to actually put it in a box or put it in a package, then you have to select package type, package thick envelope, okay? If it's something that's like a roll or a mailing tube or something unusual, like something shaped really weird that's soft or I don't know what the heck, or a flat letter, whatever it is, or maybe you're using like the priority boxes, whatever works for you in your business and your thing, but I always go for package thick envelope, okay? So now my package weight, when I was done packing it, I've done the same order, I don't know how many times already, so I know it by memory, but when you're done packaging everything, this is when you're going to go ahead and put that weight. So I know that my Libby cups are heavy, so they're 1 pound and 5 ounces, okay? Now length, width, and height. The boxes that I use for 1 Libby glass with the straw and the little goodies I always put in is going to be a 10 by 4 by 4 box, okay? Notice how my shipping went down. This is what she selected. The buyer requested priority mail. Let me give you a little hack. If you complete and you ship out your orders on time, and even though your customer put priority, I hope you know that you are okay and you are entitled to go ahead and click a cheaper shipping option, which is ground. Why do I say that? Let's say this only works if you're on time. Like, let's say the order came in yesterday and you don't technically have to ship it out until next week, but you're pretty much able to ship it out tomorrow. Then guess what? You could save yourself a couple of dollars, not do the priority and just do the ground, and it will get shipped to her the same equivalent days as what she was expecting. So that's a little hack that I've always used to kind of save money on shipping. But for this customer in my situation, since she's been waiting so long, I am 1000% going to do the priority mail. You do have the option of getting a signature. I don't always like doing that. Remember, they have to be at home to sign something off. So if they're not at home, then they have to go to the post office. It just honestly creates such a mess for the customer. Now, let's say that you're selling something in your Etsy shop that is worth like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and by all means, 100% get insurance on it. But for one thing that I'm selling, which is a Libby cup, I'm okay, you know? And then pretty much you're done. You just click review and you keep it going. And now there's two options here. It says print shipping labels, which is what you would print and pretty much print out either in a regular printer or in a label printer. I love label printers. I have a really cheap one. Do not fall victim to all these people telling you to buy label printers that cost, I don't know, like $300-400. No, mine costs less than $70 and it works amazing. Okay. This is a moment that you could just go ahead and click print shipping labels. You'll print it, you package it, and then you put it on top. I'll definitely make like a YouTube short of packaging. It doesn't have to be a whole YouTube video, but just something small, like showing you how I actually pack this order. The only reason why it says request to pick up is because once you start getting a lot of orders, you have the option that you could have USPS come to your house and pick up your orders instead of you dropping it off at the post office. You don't necessarily have to buy a label printer, right? Do I suggest it? 100%. But you could also just use a regular printer at home. Just make sure that since you're using here to put like tape all over it, because you don't want like anything to like kind of get ripped off, or you don't want, if the box gets like a little bit wet, you don't want it to smear, because then the whole package is going to get lost, you know? So I want you to definitely like put some tape on it, kind of like laminated. The thermal labels are great because they're water resistant. They're real good. So we just completed our first order. So I guess this is like a good time to talk about what's been going on, and I wanted to kind of share with some of you. So whoever made it all the way through this video and wants to know a little bit more about me personally, then again, thank you so much. But let's get right into it. Lately I have been feeling a little, I want to say the word is overwhelmed, but it's not due to any of this. It's more about what I'm going through internally. So I started off with making like an extra TikTok account that's just called Anny Diaz Vlogs, I think it is. I'll make sure to like put it up here. But I wanted to try to like hold myself accountable and start like recording myself daily behind the scenes, little vlogs. But it's not really related to like crafty and business stuff. It's more about trying to it's more about me and my self-healing journey. Over the years, I'm being so transparent right now. It's a little bit embarrassing. I'm still getting used to opening up and talking about this publicly, but I think this is my last resort. I've tried fixing things about myself and privately, doing other things, and it never works out. And I feel like I commit so much to my audience and to my crafty friends out there. And I would love to the same commitment I have with all of you. I would love to pour that commitment to myself. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know, but over the past couple of years, my weight gain has been horrible. I have gained so much weight. I try my hardest. Yeah, I put on makeup. Yeah, I try to fix my hair. But at the end of the day, the one who suffers here the most is me. It's such a touchy subject because, I'm so disappointed in myself for letting myself go. If anything, after having my son, I mean, he's 9 years old now. So it's not like I just had him, but I had time to kind of like bounce back and lose the weight and live a healthier lifestyle. It's not about, what you would do for your kid. How would you live for your kid? Like, I want to be as healthy as I can. I want to feel good about myself. I want my self-esteem to go up again. I feel like I'm so stuck in this dark place of like not being able to thrive in my career and my goals, but not personally. So every time I look myself in a mirror, it's like I have this, like, it's horrible, So I'm really working on myself now. I finally like started making doctor appointments to check on my health, and I think I'm seeing like every specialist possible to check on my hormones and check on everything. But I'm just really going through a journey right now, and I'm getting ready to start off this week with like a better, not a diet, because I've done 100 diets in the whole 32 years that I've been living, but more like a cleaner lifestyle. And the only way that I feel like I'll make myself accountable would be to record my daily lifestyle. So that's why I really made that other page. So I'm just kind of like sharing fun things about me, but not only that, it's more about just being accountable for it, I've even had crazy thoughts of making a whole separate YouTube channel on this. I have the name for it already. It's Annie's Comeback Journey. But it's like, I don't know if I should do it. I don't know if people would even care. But then again, something deep in my heart kind of tells me you should do it, because there could be a lot of other women out there that could relate to you. My self-esteem and my in general has even stopped me from creating videos. I'm being very quite honest with you guys. It's not just, oh, I just don't feel pretty today. No, it's like you get into this really bad depression. You don't even want to put on the camera. You start just moping around and you get so lazy, and you kind of like, you in your mind and in your heart, you want to so bad do what you love, which for me right now is recording content and talking to all of you. But it's like my self-esteem is like, it's like this darkness I have. So yeah, that's a whole ass journey that I'm gonna start embarking on, and I'm gonna be documenting the whole process because I also want to see my growth the same way that I love seeing my growth in my crafty world from when I first started to now, and to where hopefully I'll keep on going. Let me know in the comments if I should create that other YouTube channel. It would be a very like unedited type of like maybe weekly vlog of what's my life going on, what I'm eating, what I'm doing to be healthier, kind of some behind the scenes stuff. It would be very like raw and unedited, so it wouldn't be like a hassle for me to record at all. So I don't know, just let me know your thoughts. But it's getting rough out here. And another huge thing is like, I really think I'm gonna end up closing out my bigger and my first Etsy shop, because I really want to take all of my effort to this, to YouTube, to TikTok, to creating content, to, creating the amazing content that helps you guys. I feel like I could be doing so much more for every single one of you for this channel. It's just having to juggle, being a mom, working, a very, very busy Etsy shop, now trying to do content creator. I have to kind of like see, I tried juggling it for the past 2 years pretty much. My heart tells me to keep on going with the content creator stuff, and I feel like I have so much passion toward it, and I have so many projects that I want to do. I've missed so many opportunities just because I just physically can't do it all. So it's a sacrifice, of course, me like letting go of that other Etsy. Just like sometimes in life you do have to kind of just take that leap forward, and I don't know. I guess we'll see how everything turns out. I don't know. I'm scared and I'm nervous, but I'm excited for this new journey. And I feel like I'm taking a step forward, something I should have done a long time ago. And whoever stayed this long, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching this whole video through. I love you guys so, so much. And I promise that more episodes and more shorts are coming, especially that I'm really going forward with this whole content creator life and making content for every single one of you. So again, have a wonderful weekend. I love you all, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.